Tonight, turbulence at Air Canada.
Totally support them if they do have to cancel flights. It's very important for people to be able to pay to earn living wages.
Talks stall and flight attendants serve strike notice. What it could mean for passengers this weekend. You'd never expect to see this on a suburban street. A new video of an out-of-control dump truck underscoring how lucky it was that no one was hurt in this Barrhaven neighborhood. And if they're in the wrong, maybe you are too.
Apparently you can't have any stonework at all. It has to be dirt or grass or mulch.
Lots of homeowners have done this, so why are they being told to rip it all up? Good evening. We begin tonight with the uncertainty facing tens of thousands of travelers across the country. The clock is ticking down towards a possible strike by Air Canada flight attendants. It could begin as early as Saturday. Right now, the two sides are not even at the bargaining table, and we are just hours away from flight cancellations. CTV's Dylan Dyson was at the Ottawa airport today talking to passengers and joins us with the latest. Dylan.
Patricia, these are uncertain times for anyone with an upcoming Air Canada flight booked. The airline says passengers who have flights canceled will be eligible for a full refund, but that still leaves the cost of travelers' vacations and accommodations hanging in the balance. Jana Mandan is flying Air Canada to Seattle, but doesn't know when she'll return home.
Pretty confident. Booked some extra travel insurance, so ready for a couple extra days if there's any delays.
That's because 10,000 Air Canada flight attendants have given notice they are prepared to strike on Saturday. In response, Air Canada has issued a lockout notice.
From Air Canada's perspective, they don't want planes all over the world. Should a strike be called on Saturday, they want them all close to home.
Air Canada says it will gradually start canceling flights on Thursday. The two sides are no longer at the bargaining table after talks broke down.
I'm dismayed that the employer would put us in this position now and the traveling public in this position now. They had full control of their narrative. So I'm not overly optimistic, but I am hopeful that they will see, hey, we have to come back to the table.
The union is asking for higher wages and an end to unpaid work such as boarding and deplaning.
Totally support them if they do have to cancel flights. I think it's very important for people to be able to pay to earn living wages and support their lives.
In a statement, Air Canada says it is looking at all remaining options, including a request for government-directed arbitration to prevent a disruption or at least remove this intolerable uncertainty for customers. Passengers flying out of Ottawa nervous about how their travel plans will unfold.
A little bit, yes.
Extremely.
Extremely?
Extremely. Want to get back eventually.
Just going to wait and see. I know the airline will try and rebook passengers, so I'm hoping that will work in my favor. And if not, I'll have to purchase a ticket through another airline to get back.
Air Canada says customers whose flights are canceled will be eligible for a full refund. The company adding it has also made arrangements with other airlines to find passengers seats.
It's not going to happen. I mean, think about it. If you believe there's hundreds of thousands of people being affected, you are not going to find them tickets elsewhere on competitive airlines that Air Canada has an agreement with. It's just not going to happen.
Air Canada says passengers whose flights are canceled will be notified. The airline says it flies approximately 130,000 people every day who will be affected by the strike. Patricia.
And yet the passengers is more optimistic than some of the others you talked to today, Dylan. We'll see how this goes. CTV's Dylan Dyson live for us tonight, and you can stay with CTV News for continuing coverage of the possible strike by Air Canada flight attendants. For updates on radio, tune into News Talk 580 CFRA and CTV News channel at any hour. We have breaking news out of the city's West End tonight. An OC Transpo bus crashing into an overhead sign this afternoon. This happened at Bayshore Shopping Centre around 3:40. The video of the bus driving on the ramp that goes into the parking garage looks very dramatic. Fortunately, no one was injured. Take a look. This very dramatic video captured by a witness. You can see the bus attempting to back up after it appears to get stuck under the sign before accelerating forward, detaching the sign from the ramp, causing further damage while trying to accelerate again. OC Transpo says the driver made a wrong turn before crashing into that overhead sign. Now, no passengers were on board at the time. The driver was not hurt either. Crews are now working to remove the bus from the ramp. It's still not clear how extensive the damage is. Anyone driving to Bayshore tonight has to use an alternate route to access the parking garage. OC Transpo says it is reviewing the incident to better understand just what happened. The disturbing incident in Kanata is drawing condemnation from across the country, including from Prime Minister Mark Carney. A young woman wearing a hijab was allegedly assaulted on an OC Transpo bus earlier this week. The attack leaving the city's Muslim community shaken. CTV's Austin Lee joins us live now with the latest. Austin.
And Patricia, this unprovoked assault allegedly happened late Monday afternoon, and it has many in the nation's capital on edge. Now police are looking to speak with any witnesses who have yet to come forward as they continue their search for a suspect.
Disturbed, shocked. I thought about my daughter being on the bus as well.
A distressing scene aboard an OC Transpo bus in Kanata Monday afternoon when a young woman wearing a hijab was reportedly approached by an unidentified man who whispered an Islamophobic slur, slapped her, threatened to slam her face against a window, and uttered death threats.
This incident obviously has a large impact on the community. It's a very, very serious incident. We have a zero tolerance for incidents such as these.
It's a situation community leader Aisha Shirazi says has rocked much of the city's Muslim population, and she's calling on everyone to act if they witness a similar attack.
A single experience becomes a shared experience. It's like a pebble in water. And so, you know, just that quick intervention, just saying this is not okay. You know, what's happening is not okay. Alerting the driver, calling 911.
The incident gaining the attention of Prime Minister Mark Carney, writing on social media, "Hate and violence has no place in our city or our country. The perpetrator must be held accountable, and my thoughts today are with the victim." Mayor Mark Sutcliffe also condemning the attack, posting on X, "It has no place in our community. Everyone should feel safe while traveling on public transit or anywhere else in Ottawa."
All of these voices collectively, I think, signal that this is not okay. But I think the community is really looking for some action on this.
The Ottawa Police Hate and Bias Crime Unit is now searching for the suspect.
The suspect is a white, English-speaking male, approximately 5'8", thin build, with a beard.
And police say the suspect and the victim did not know one another. Investigators also say the suspect is not known to police. Now, police say they are in touch with the victim. They're also in touch with community leaders. Patricia.
CTV's Austin Lee live for us tonight. Thank you. Well, a Kanata couple's brand new landscaping project meant to beautify their property has turned into a massive headache. A neighbor complained, and now the city says most of it has to go. CTV's Katie Griffin is here with the details on this one. Katie.
Patricia, the Kleins say they added the landscaping and interlock to improve accessibility and say what's allowed and what isn't, according to city bylaws, needs to be clearer because, as you'll see, many properties in your neighborhood might have landscaping just like this one.
So everything back towards the road is public municipality right away.
Pam and Dean Klein just finished this nearly $40,000 landscaping project in July. Now the city says more than half of it has to go.
Just about everybody else in the neighborhood love it. They just come by and they go for walks and they say, wow, what a beautiful job you've done. So it's disappointing. We've put a lot of money into this.
A neighbor's complaint prompted a bylaw visit. This hardscaping, including pavers and river rock, isn't allowed.
Apparently you can't have any stonework at all. Has to be dirt or grass or mulch. That's the only thing allowed. So if you look around, I can't even imagine how many homes in my own neighborhood, let alone the city, would be in hardcore violation.
The city says a bylaw prohibits hardscape on the city's right-of-way as it interferes with drainage, snow removal, and can impact other city services. The couple has until the end of September to rip it out. Otherwise, the city will do it for them and send a bill.
That beautiful circle which inspired us is going to get chopped up, because there's a width restriction that we've also just learned about called private right-of-way.
Dozens of neighbors have signed letters of support to keep the landscaping as is, including David Haggerty.
I think it's time to revisit the rules and have a look at it. Drive around. You'll see everybody, all sorts of people have done it. One contractor alone's done over 50.
The Kleins say they hope to get an extension and want city bylaws to be clearer.
Well, I would like them to educate the contractors and all the taxpayers so they know how to proceed when they start this. We thought we had done that, but apparently we didn't, and it looks like we're going to have to pay the price.
The city says information on what work is allowed within the city's right-of-way is available on its website or by calling 311. Pam Klein says someone from the city showed up this afternoon to talk about different permit applications that may allow her to keep the circle and the pavers along the driveway. So perhaps this isn't over just yet. Patricia.
All right, we will wait and see. CTV's Katie Griffin live for us tonight. Thank you. Still ahead, what was that? A strange light in the sky, but a pretty good explanation, even if not the one that was originally offered. That story coming up. And here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Skycam at the sky right now. Don't see any strange objects out there. 29 degrees. It is still warm, not quite as hot as it was yesterday. And we did have a bit of a mix of weather today as we head out to Wesley Clover Parks, where they're probably very happy that the rain came early in the day and not this evening as they get set for a very special event tonight, Jackie.
Yeah, that's right, Patricia. The Spurs and Sparkles event is kicking off here at Wesley Clover Park. And just behind me, the Get Up and Gallop is going to be starting at any moment. So we'll be here for the next hour. But you did mention it, that we did start off with a stormy weather day. But again, it has cleared up. Very hot today with that humidity, feeling like a 36. But if you start to look towards the valleys, things are starting to cool, especially for the humidity-wise. Heat warning, though, starting to lift. That's the good news for parts of Ontario, but still in effect for here in Ottawa. Temperatures overnight still going to be around 20 to 23. Factor in that humidity, it's going to feel closer to the mid-30s. And a closer look at tonight, close to midnight, 22 is going to be the temperature, feeling more like 28, where tomorrow we'll start to feel the positive effects of the northerly winds coming through. Daytime high 28 and clear sunny skies. So yes, but we have had a stormy start to the day, the rest of the evening. So glad that the sun has come out to play here for what will be a spectacular and wonderful event. We will have more details from here at Spurs and Sparkles in just a bit. Patricia.
Thank you. Well, a day later, it is really sinking in how lucky residents in Barrhaven were that this situation was not worse. A dump truck slamming into multiple cars parked right outside homes. More video emerging of that incident that took just seconds but left a trail of damage and, amazingly, no injuries. CTV's Dave Charbonneau back on Apalloon at Cambrian, where the cleanup continued today.
I just saw the side of the truck, like in a flash, and then bang, bang, bang.
Residents in a Barrhaven neighborhood are dealing with the aftermath of a dump truck barreling down their street, leaving a trail of destruction. The driver losing control, tearing through front yards Tuesday morning, damaging several vehicles.
So scary, like even my kids, they're still having trauma.
Oh, you have damage to your house too?
Yeah.
Some residents, like Abdullah Abdulrahman, were in their cars just moments before they were smashed.
I was with my kids outside, to bring something, and we came in, and it was just like 4 minutes, and then this happened. So it was crazy. I was thinking, what if we were still in the car?
Thankfully, no one was injured. Paramedics say the driver experienced a medical emergency, possibly related to the heat. The incident leaving residents shaken.
My husband called me and he's like, did you see what happened? We have the video.
Natasha Gratton's security camera catching this view of the truck demolishing her neighbor's parked cars.
And then see people getting out and so many cars were damaged. But I'm so glad that there was no kids, because it could have been worse.
Insurance experts say these vehicle owners should have coverage because they're not at fault.
We have to deal with insurance now. I mean, we were all just going about our lives before, but we have to track down the information for insurance. We have to do all the legwork.
Ottawa police will only say they're investigating the crash, but aren't providing any other details. Dave Charbonneau, CTV News.
We have extended coverage of the dump truck crash in Barrhaven. There are more stories online at ctvnewsottawa.ca. Multiple firefighters were injured while battling a fire in Finley Creek this morning. Crews were called to a home on Cache Bay Crescent just before 5 a.m. When they arrived, flames were coming from the upper floors, and firefighters had to call additional resources to the scene. One person was rescued from the home. It took around 5 hours to get the blaze under control. Paramedics transported one firefighter to hospital in stable condition. 2 others were assessed at the scene. The details on their injuries were not released, but they were fighting the fire in extremely hot and humid weather. Well, turning now to the latest on wildfires burning bright in almost every corner of the country. Several provinces are battling blazes at the same time, and it's sparking concern about Canada's firefighting capacity. CTV's Stefan Keys is here with the latest, Steph.
Patricia, it's a scary situation in some areas where people are living in relatively close proximity to the sky-high flames burning out of control. Just listen to how Newfoundland evacuees describe the emotional ordeal of leaving their homes.
Those hills, those mountains were all on fire. It was like a really bad apocalyptic horror story.
Politicians in that province are pleading with people to stay away from the evacuated area. And just today, the Premier banned ATVs from being in all forested areas of the province. The situation seemingly worse as more lakeside communities start to fall under an evacuation advisory. And Newfoundland isn't the only East Coast province dealing with punishing forest fires. Nova Scotia is also a hot spot. In the Halifax area, a wildfire forced some businesses and a medical clinic to evacuate yesterday. Provincial officials say progress is being made, but the fire is still classified as out of control. In the meantime, the West Coast certainly isn't being spared. Central Vancouver Island in British Columbia saw one blaze grow to 14 square kilometers in a single day. To put that into perspective for you, 1 square kilometer is roughly 100 football fields, meaning the size of that one wildfire would be equal to 1,400 football fields. And it isn't even the only one that province is dealing with. Dozens of rural properties are under an evacuation order, and roads connecting 2 communities to the larger city of Port Alberni is closed. And so we are keeping an eye on this situation. We've been warned in our region as well not to take our situation for granted, because we know that sparks could fly here at any time with the dry conditions, Patricia.
Absolutely. CTV's Stefan Keys live for us tonight. Thank you. Well, if you happened to look up at the sky at the right time last night, you may have noticed a mysterious object appear. No, it was not aliens. Space experts say it was actually part of a rocket. CTV's Peter Sperling joins us with the details. Peter.
Patricia, many were already keeping an eye on the skies last night because of an expected meteor shower. But what they didn't expect to see was this. A mysterious glow in the night sky.
Right over there, I could see the Big Dipper in the background, actually.
Akhtai Udatan lucky enough to see it.
It looked like a white light, and it had like a spirals, and it was slowly moving.
He noticed an unusual bow tie-looking white object Tuesday night while taking out the trash.
I said, let's look at the sky. Maybe I'll catch a few meteorite because of the meteor season. So I looked at the sky, and I saw this very uncommon light ball.
He then got his son.
He said, come outside, there's something in the sky. I was like, okay, maybe it's like a planet or northern lights.
Good guesses, but no.
So I went on my phone, I was like, spiral objects in the sky tonight, and nothing really made sense. And then I saw there was something about a SpaceX rocket.
What it actually was it was the upper stage of an Ariane 6 rocket that was deploying a satellite payload for the ESA.
Space experts say it was a piece of a rocket, the spent stage, that launched not from Florida as this prof originally thought, but from South America.
And when it's falling back to Earth over the Atlantic Ocean, it's still slightly burning. And so you see that plume from the fuel, from the exhaust that's coming as it's sort of fizzling out and falling back to Earth.
Rarely seen, but actually happens often.
As far as rocketry goes, it was a routine maneuver, yes. Just aligned in just the right way for us to see it here in Ottawa.
Sarah Watson saw it too, capturing this from her balcony.
I was just in awe, and it was so beautiful. So I was like really struck by just how pretty it was. I'm like, lots of stuff from space. It's gorgeous when you see it through a telescope, but looking at it with the naked eye, this was something completely brand new.
Now, those lucky enough to see it that I spoke with today say it all lasted about 3 to 5 minutes and just disappeared. Certainly worth to glance up once in a while. Patricia.
It is really pretty. I got to stop with the head down and start looking up a little bit, as you say, Peter. Thanks for this. CTV's Peter Sperling live for us tonight.
What I'm looking forward the most is definitely seeing people's smiles and reaction when the sky lights up, I would say.
And it is Canada Day in August, why you may want to pause and enjoy the sky view this evening. Jackie.
Patricia, we are at the Get Up and your Spurs and Sparkles event, and very shortly the Get Up and Gallop event is going to be underway. This is year 4, and I'm joined by Terry Marcotte. You are undefeated, reigning champion right now. Are you going back out there this year?
Going back out, yeah. It's a great event. I was working the first time I did this, COVID. And yeah, I'm back out.
All right, we're going to cheer you on from here on the sidelines, I guess you would call it right now, all right? Beautiful sky out there tonight. Sun is shining. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass sky cam where it is 29 degrees. Still feeling hot and humid, more like 37. And we are looking towards Lansdowne Park and TD Place.
Well, taking a look at the roads on your Wednesday drive home, things seem to be flowing along the Queensway. Now, you might expect there'd be more difficulty exiting the Queensway down near Woodruff because of the issue on Richmond heading into Bayshore. We showed it to you earlier, the bus that got stuck on the on-ramp, but things seem to be moving okay in that area as well. Well, a spectacular feature in the capital in August. Incredible fireworks displays every few days. Tonight at Les Grands Feux, Casino de Lac Limi, it's the team from Canada's time to shine and dazzle over the Ottawa River. CTV's Kimberly Fowler got a sneak peek.
A spectacular show in the sky. The annual Grand Feu de Casino Lac Limi, one of the National Capital Region's most popular summer attractions.
We work year-round to create those magic moments, so seeing them take place and become real is really what drives us.
This year features light shows from Japan, Australia, Mexico, and for the first time in 3 years, Canada.
It was important for us, specifically this year, with everything that's going on in terms of social and economics situation. So it was a decision that Royal, our pyrotechnic firm, and ourselves took very seriously.
Canada is home to some of the best designers in the world. We have a tendency of matching our fireworks very well to the music. We have generally very lively and entertaining soundtracks.
Canada's showcase will come alive with an original soundtrack composed entirely by 2 Gatineau artists.
We base our show really like a movie. So there's an intro, there's a trigger moments and ups and downs. It's really like a roller coaster of emotions.
Le Grand Feu takes you on a journey around the world in a fireworks show like you've never seen before.
First day, they drop all of the shells at this festival, and then we begin working on the fronts. That's kind of the lower level fireworks that you see across the front of the barge.
Each team sets up around 5,000 fireworks for their show.
Once we get to day 3 here, each and every firework are tested beforehand to be sure that it's talking to the board. And after that, the computer does all the work for us.
Thrilling audiences in Gatineau and Ottawa with the iconic Parliament Hill backdrop.
We're happy that our show can be seen from other places around the city. That's the beauty of such a magnificent show. But the reality, the site at the museum is the best place because you get to hear the music and the combination that goes with the fireworks.
While the fireworks are the pinnacle of the experience, each night the festival includes special entertainment at the museum grounds. Le Grand Feu de Casino Lac Limi wraps up with the grand finale on Saturday. Kimberly Fowler, CTV News.
Well, a heat warning is still in effect, but there is finally some relief from the extremely dry conditions. Rain fell for the first time in more than 2 weeks in the downtown core this morning, came down hard as a large thunderstorm rolled through the region. The much-needed downpour, though, lasted for only around an hour, so more rain would be needed to really alleviate the dry conditions as we head out to Wesley Clover Parks, where it is dry and beautiful this evening for an event that is a favorite on a lot of people's calendars. Jackie.
That's right. Spurs and Sparkles is underway here. We are in the 4th year, and very soon the Get Up and Gallop event is going to be underway. Great night for it. Like you said, the storm really pushing through this morning, so we're in for some wonderful, gorgeous conditions for the rest of this evening. Taking a look now through our satellite radar, we are still in a heat warning. It has lifted for most of Ontario, but for eastern Ontario, humidex values overnight going to feel closer to the 30s. So right now, temperatures 29 degrees, feeling like 37. There's a little bit of cloud cover right now, so that's helping provide a little bit of relief from the heat that we felt even just an hour ago. Later this evening, still going to feel like 35 when you factor in the humidity. Tomorrow morning, a little bit cooler. It's going to start off feeling closer to 24. We're getting to a daytime high of about 27. And if you were hoping for rain, we're not going to be getting it for Thursday or even into Friday. Now, overnight lows still remaining pretty high up there above seasonal, 17 for Ottawa. As we look towards the valley, so it is starting to cool. The cooler air coming in from the northwest, 14 in Pembroke. As we look towards Maniwaki, 14 as well, and Montreal sitting at 19 degrees for overnight. Tomorrow's daytime highs, again, you're going to start to see that it is going to be feeling below 30, especially during the valleys. Here in Ottawa, we're going to have daytime highs about 27 degrees, feeling like 32. So yes, relief in terms of humidity is on the way, but we are going to have not very much in terms of rain. Still sunny skies expected over the next several days and really into our weekend. Now across Canada, still the heat wave continues in the Maritimes. The effects of the heat really touching Halifax and Fredericton. Things started to cool off a little bit for here in Ontario, but as we look towards the west, things really heating up for even parts of southern Saskatchewan, southern parts of Alberta as well. It's going to slowly make its way towards here over the next couple of days. Now today's weather brought to you by Davidson Hearing Aid Centers, celebrating over 80 years in family business. So mainly sunny for Thursday. The overnight low into Friday got cool at 13 degrees. So if you've been waiting to open those windows up, Thursday night's going to be the time to do so, and even Friday into Saturday. But then we're going to get to a daytime high of 32 degrees. Slight chance of some showers on Sunday. And then take a look. Conditions are going to start to cool as we get to Sunday and then Monday and then Tuesday. I don't want to say fall is around the corner. This might be a little reprieve from the heat that we've been getting all of the last couple of weeks, Patricia, but soon I imagine that we are going to return to a little bit of more of those summer days.
All right, good stuff. If Terry's still around, tell him he's only undefeated, because I get stuck here every year when this event is happening. Have fun. We'll talk to you in a bit.
I will let him know. Okay.
Our government is committing $1 billion in emergency loans to be delivered through the new Protect Ontario financing program.
Well, coming up, the Ontario government announces new measures to support businesses hit the hardest by Trump's tariffs. Well, in tonight's big picture, a massive train derailment sent dozens of cars off the tracks in Texas. At least 35 freight cars and tankers were mangled and piled up after the train derailed close to Fort Worth. Emergency crews had to contain several grass fires that ignited after the train went off the tracks. Officials say no one was hurt and no hazardous material leaked. Well, now some other stories you need to know right now. The Ford government announcing new supports today for some businesses impacted by Donald Trump's tariffs. CTV's Stephen Keys joins us now with the details on this and other stories. Steph.
Patricia, the province is launching a program that will provide emergency loans to businesses in the hardest hit sectors.
This new program will provide Ontario-based companies in the steel, aluminum, and auto sectors, some of the hardest hit by U.S. tariffs, with up to $1 billion in funding support.
Ontario's finance minister says the program will help provide relief to businesses struggling with things like payroll, leases, and utility payments. Only companies impacted by the steel and aluminum tariffs can apply, and they must have a minimum of 10 employees and $2 million in annual revenue. The union representing Canada Post employees is set to hold 2 days of talks with the Crown Corporation, nearly 2 weeks after workers rejected Canada Post's latest proposal. The Canadian Union of Postal Workers say the meetings will happen on Friday and Monday. In the meantime, a national overtime ban remains in effect. Negotiations for a new collective agreement have been ongoing for more than a year and a half. The City of Ottawa says this will be the last year RV users can dispose wastewater at a city wastewater treatment facility. RV users have been able to dispose of liquid waste at a city facility in the east end of the city between May and November at no charge. But following an operations review, staff have decided to discontinue that program at the end of this year, citing labor costs and security issues.
I think we all know that if there's one thing that male sports fans want to see in their spaces and on their screens, it's more of me.
And you need to know this as well. Taylor Swift proving she is very self-aware on her very first podcast appearance alongside her NFL boyfriend Travis Kelce and his brother Jason. Taylor pokes a little fun at all the fuss from fans who bristle every time the NFL embraces some Swiftie content. Well, there's one person who doesn't bristle when we see that content. Our very own Patricia Bull, resident Swiftie, my favorite Swiftie indeed. And you're counting down to that new music, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's my favorite thing, right? A little NFL. Kelce brothers are great. They're fun. They're entertaining, along with Taylor tonight. So this podcast, actually, it's called the New Heights Podcast, comes out as soon as we are off the air at 7 o'clock. Don't look for it now. Yeah, and it'll be great. I'm going to watch the fireworks tonight, the Canada show, and then I'm going to sit down, maybe get into bed and just watch
catch up.
Yeah, it'll be great. I would imagine Jackie might have a glance at it at some point as well. But she is busy tonight out at Spurs and Sparkles, where there's a lot happening this evening, Jackie.
Yeah, that's right, Patricia. The Get Up and Gallop portion of the evening is well underway. And to tell us more, we have Catherine McLaughlin. You are the co-chair for Spurs and Sparkles. Year 4, have you had a time to reflect on the amount of efforts that have gone into this?
Yeah, you know, it's such a wonderful event, and it has been a year in the planning. This is our 4th year, as you said, and it takes an entire village to put this event together. So we're here tonight. The weather held out. Thank you, weather people. I'm going to give it to you, so thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And yeah, we're here to celebrate Queensway Carleton Hospital.
I mean, it's such a great cause as well. We talk about this Get Up and Gallop event. It's so unique to this specifically. Just for the viewers at home, if they haven't had a chance to experience this, it's an obstacle course, essentially.
It is. It's a 3-legged obstacle course consisting of an equestrian show jumper, a golf cart driver, which is a business leader in our community, and a local celebrity. And so it's a 3-legged race, and it's whoever can go the fastest with the least amount of faults wins. We have a reigning champion for the last 3 years. A bunch of these teams are trying to take him out. That's Sterling Construction, so we're going to see what happens there.
I really appreciate it. Like, just taking a look around at this room, seeing everyone in their sparkles, just really taking in this event. What does that mean to you, the impact of the Ottawa community?
Yeah, it's huge. And again, you know, I can't thank our sponsors enough. RBC has been with us since day one. All of these local businesses have stepped up, and yeah, they all bring their A game and their sparkles.
I love that. Thank you so much, Catherine. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, Patricia, we're going to take it back to you in studio while we take a look at the races. I'm going to try to look for Terry, like you asked, and see how he'll fare this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe a little friendly teasing out there, Jackie. Thanks for this. We'll see you in a bit.
I would like to do it almost immediately, and we'll have a quick second meeting between President Putin and President Zelensky and myself if they'd like to have me there.
Well, just ahead, Prime Minister Mark Carney meets with world leaders ahead of Trump and Putin's planned ceasefire negotiations later this week.
Get the latest live local breaking news. Sign up now for our morning and evening CTV News Ottawa newsletter. The best local content from CTV News, CTV Morning Live, and News Talk 580 CFRA. Get it all in one place. Sign up now at ctvnewsottawa.ca. The CTV News Ottawa newsletter is brought to you in part by CAA Business.
Hey, it's Sophie and Jeff from Move 100.
We'd love you to join us for an unforgettable all-day getaway in Prince Edward County.
Move 100 sips and spirits. You sip, we drive.
Listen to Move 100 for code words at 7913 and 5.
Then enter them at move100ottawa.ca for your chance to win your way into this can't-miss experience.
Move 100 sips and spirits.
Brought to you by Charm Diamond Centers. A little charm goes a long way.
Well, it's a key week in the push to end the war in Ukraine. U.S. President Donald Trump holding a virtual call with European leaders and Volodymyr Zelensky, who is in Germany today, talking to allies as Trump prepares to meet with Vladimir Putin in Alaska on Friday. CTV's Mike LeCouteur has more.
There has been a notable shift in President Trump's tone this week when talking about Friday's meeting. He's gone from saying Ukraine should be ready for a land swap to now saying Russia better be prepared for some serious talks.
I don't have to say there will be very severe consequences.
President Trump with a stern but vague warning to Vladimir Putin if the Russian president isn't serious about negotiating in Alaska. Now, if that meeting does go well, the American president wants to move quickly towards another summit.
I would like to do it almost immediately, and we'll have a quick second meeting between President Putin and President Zelensky and myself if they'd like to have me there.
European leaders emerged from a video conference with Trump this morning saying all agree. Any change to Ukraine's borders must be decided by Ukrainians. That call was to shape Friday's discussion. While Zelensky won't be at that table, he hopes the central focus is a ceasefire. Putin is bluffing about wanting to end the war, Zelensky told reporters, as well as European leaders and Trump. After a separate meeting of European countries and Canada, the Coalition of the Willing released a statement saying it is ready to implement military plans to support Ukraine in the event of a ceasefire.
We're ready to support this, including through the plans that we've already drawn up to deploy a reassurance force once hostilities have ceased.
When that could be remains an open question. Russian forces have reportedly pushed into territory held by Ukraine in the Donetsk region.
The only thing that is going to put an end to this war is if the U.S. gives a lot more military aid to Ukraine and allies itself with the Europeans and Zelensky.
President Zelensky has been pushing for more economic sanctions on Russia to cripple its war machine, something Trump has been reluctant to consider so far. Mike LeCouteur, CTV News, Ottawa.
Them look like one of the movies.
Well, coming up, we meet two new adorable residents at the Toronto Zoo ahead of their public debut this weekend.
Hey, Ottawa, know someone who secretly makes our city amazing? We want to hear about them.
You know, the kind of person who goes above and beyond without ever asking for anything in return.
Because Move 100, CTV, and Lazy Boy want to give them a huge shout-out.
We're searching for Ottawa's unsung heroes, the everyday people doing extraordinary things. Nominate someone for a chance to win them a $5,000 Lazy Boy gift card.
Nominate your local hero today.
Let's celebrate those who make Ottawa a better place.
Well, anyone still squeezing in a summer trip to Toronto may want to check out the Toronto Zoo, where there are two new residents. The Highland cows are set to make their public debut this weekend, and today, CTV's Ali Hurst got to meet them.
They're moving in, and the pair of bovine brothers are planning to stay.
I definitely like their fur. They look kind of silly with all their hair and stuff. Their horns, too, they're really cool.
A sneak peek for zoo members like Cheryl Monahan and her grandchildren, who planned today's trip to see the zoo's newest additions, these 9-month-old Highland cows.
I was in Scotland 2 years ago, and it was the first time I ever got to see a hairy coo and pet it. It was wonderful, and they're gentle. They really are gentle.
They remind me of my little brother Lachlan.
And how?
Because he has kind of red hair like them.
This pair is from Ontario, but their lineage can be tracked across the pond.
The Scotland Highlands is where Highland cows originated from. They can be looked back in the history books all the way to the 6th century.
Mark Branson says the brothers, who don't have names yet, are here to stay, and the average lifespan is 10 to 15 years in a zoo setting.
The intention behind them is our outreach and discovery team will be working with them each and every day to go through the various positive reinforcement training to get them acclimated to potentially walking around the zoo eventually.
Jenna McQuegan says Highland cows are her daughter's favorite animals.
I think it's just we've seen them in different cartoons, and also they're just really adorable. So I think that might just be what it is.
Them look like one of the movies.
Gina Snyder's children love all farm animals. so they had to come check out the cows.
I think they just like that they're nice, to be honest, and they're so cute. It'd be great if they were standing, but we'll take what we can get.
Perhaps exhausted by the heat wave this city is experiencing.
They're so cute. They're really cute.
Starting this weekend, the Highland cows will be visible to all zoo guests. Allison Hurst, CTV News.
Tell him Shania sent you.
Well, coming up, quite a collab. There are some new items on the menu at McDonald's as part of a partnership with Shania Twain. We'll share the details after the break. Jackie.
Thanks so much, Patricia. We are in close to the action for the Get Up and Gallop, but this is all for a wonderful cause. Shannon Gorman, you are the QCH Foundation president. Just talk to us about this competition here.
Okay, the competition is really stiff competition, but a lot of fun. This incredible event is sold out this year. We're so happy, and it's for such an important cause in our community.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for letting us hang out with you here today. Here's a live look through our Centennial Glass Sky Cam. It is 29 degrees, but again, factor in that humidity, feeling closer to the mid-30s. It will break, though, by tomorrow.
The National Capital Region is jam-packed with incredible experiences you don't want to miss. Hey, I'm Tania Taylor, your iHeartRadio Weekender, powered by Barrhaven Ford. Get the inside scoop on all the biggest and best events every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday on CTV, Move 100, Pure Country 94, TSN 1200, and News Talk 580 CFRA. iHeartRadio Weekenders is powered by Barrhaven Ford, the #1 Ford EV dealer in Ontario.
Tomorrow on CTV Morning Live, we tell you how the Red Blacks and the OC Foundation ensure that children across Ottawa start the school year with the tools they need.
It's DQ Miracle Treat Day. Proceeds from the sale of Blizzard treats will benefit CHIO. We have all the delicious details.
Ooh, it's all starting at 6 a.m. We'll see you then.
Hairstyles, courtesy of Salon Fiorella.
Well, here's what's on CTV tonight. Match Game, followed by Master Chef Gordon Ramsay's Secret Service and Battle of the Generations. And here's a recap of the top stories we are following right now.
There's not much I can do. I don't want to cancel the existing flight because things may work out. Negotiations are still on. They may still resolve it before the 18th.
Well, Air Canada will start canceling flights tomorrow ahead of a possible strike by flight attendants on Saturday.
The fact that this one person got targeted on the bus screams volumes to me and to others who look like me.
The Prime Minister among those condemning an alleged attack of a Muslim woman on an OC Transpo bus earlier this week.
Just about everybody else in the neighborhood love it. They just come by and they go for walks and they say, wow, what a beautiful job you've done.
Ottawa bylaw doesn't love it, forcing a Kanata couple to rip up their nearly $40,000 landscaping project after a neighbor's complaint. One final look at the weather forecast. Back out to Jackie at Wesley Clover Parks tonight. Jackie.
Yeah, Patricia, more clouds have rolled in, so it's providing a little bit of relief from the heat, but that humidity, wow, it's really getting us here. So things are going to continue to feel a little bit humid when you walk out the door in the morning, feeling like 24. We do have northerly winds coming in. That's the good news. It will be cooler. 27 the daytime high. We're not expecting any rain possibility on Sunday, but really we're going to start to see cooler overnight conditions, which will provide some relief if you've been wanting to open those windows and get some fresh air in overnight. 32 for Saturday. And then Sunday, again, the chance of some showers here as well. But things are going to start to cool off as we start the beginning of our work week. And that is it from us here so far for Spurs and Sparkles. What a lovely event where we have more contestants rolling in behind us. So, again, good luck to all the competitors. We've seen Melissa Lamb come out. We've seen Will Aiello come out. We've also seen Terry Marcotte soon coming in shortly. So we're going to cheer on our fellow colleagues. Back to you.
I know Steph Keys has been out there. You emceed that at one point.
Yeah, it's ton of fun.
Did you get on the back of a golf cart?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I was
Playing
busy.
it
I had
safe.
duties on the mic.
Yeah, and you've got duties tonight, of course, working on our 11:30. What is ahead for us this evening?
Yeah, well, Patricia, there's a type of crime we've been reporting on here in the nation's capital recently, but it's reaching other parts of the province as well. Ottawa police have been warning us about distraction thefts after multiple incidents targeting elderly residents. These types of crimes are when suspects steal valuables, often expensive jewelry, by distracting you and removing it while you're still wearing it in some cases. But it's not just happening here in Ottawa. In the GTA, one man is now facing charges after a theft turned violent. And you can see some of the video there. We'll tell you more a little later. So we'll have that and a full report on Spurs and Sparkles, where Jackie is tonight. Again, it's quite the unique competition, all for a good cause. Those stories and more tonight at 11:30.
All right, good stuff. Steph, thank you. And finally for us tonight, one of the world's biggest country stars teaming up with the world's most popular fast food chain.
Tell him Shania sent you.
Well, Shania looks like she's dressed for Spurs and Sparkles tonight,
Oh, yes.
partnering with McDonald's Canada. Shania's sides are now available at McDonald's restaurants across the country. The limited edition items include all-dressed McShaker fries and a strawberry pie. Twain previously worked at a McDonald's in Toronto before her music career. Could you hear the McDonald's bag?
I heard the ruffle. I was like,
There's
what do you
some
have
Shania
down there?
fries for you right there, Steph.
Didn't look very Shania-like.
We got a bunch of, so, well, they're all dressed apparently. And I always thought maybe like...
Well, the commercial had a nice-looking box.
The midriff-bearing fries might be the ones. Oh, wait, we got some boxes for the pie.
Oh,
Would you like
okay,
to have
there
a
we
little-
go. That looks more like
small
it.
little pie for Stefan Keys. You're a growing boy. You need a couple of those. Just one more.
Strawberry pie. Oh,
Have a good
Bilang,
evening,
OC.
everyone.